welcome back to the Matt's Railway Adventures YouTube channel. Thank you very much for joining me today as I've come on a rather large adventure to visit the least used station in County Durham, which is Heighington. I've just come back from Bishop's Auckland. It's like the whole Tees Valley line. Just as I could, I was down up this way. So yeah, this is my first time visiting here. As it is a least used station. Something very there. It is on the route of the Stockton Darlington Railway from 1825. So that means this line is like 200 years old. Well, the railways are 200 years old this year as well. Anyway, platform 1 here. What have we actually got? So you've got a recently installed Heighington hump, as you can see, to make it easier to get on and off the train. Got a bit of information, some pictures there underneath the sign, and this part of the Bishop line from Bishop Auckland to Darlington. As you can see, it is arrow straight in both directions. And the other thing to notice is that platform 1 and platform 2 are staggered. You've got one side of the level crossing and the other is the other side. We've also got a signal box right there. And interesting information back about the railway heritage Heighington Platform 1, which is useful if you're ever going to visit. Then yeah, you've got train times there and your dot matrix there, which goes, it tells you the next few stations and the times. And as far as I can make out here for platform 1, that is pretty much everything. Well, I can't forget the obligatory waiting shelter there. We might give typical bus stop one. A little bit more of an information board about the Bishop line. One final look. Yeah, I do like the way they have got that Stockton Darlington railway route sign up. I've seen that in a few places. Yeah, that is everything on platform 1. I haven't seen any ticketing facility, so it may well be a ticket-free station. Have to pay on the app or the conductor, but I stand to be corrected. Nope, there is a ticket machine. It looks like that. Let's have a bit of greenery here as well. Yeah, it's a nice big ticket machine there. Yeah, Transport Trust Locomotion. Yes, Locomotion number 1. I remember reading about that. And here we are, out at the road. So let's cross over the road. So that's the view of the line of the station one way. And from road level, that's where it looks like going the other way. Oh, and now arriving, walking up onto platform 2. Oh dear, excuse me. So again, you've got your timetable dot matrix, more railway heritage signs, everything. Typical gripping, which is good. Onward travel information. The station's not quite in the village, right on the edge of the village. Nice size shelter. They're not quite the same size as the one on platform 1. Again, you have got the Heighington hump. Again, helps assistance, people getting on and off. Oh, that's nice. Some more benches, and that is pretty much everything facilities wise here at Heighington. It looks like the line further down goes from 2 to 1. Oh dear. We won't go any further than here. Yeah, definitely as you go into that bridge you can see in the background, looks like it goes from 2 lines to 1. Scenery wise, I've seen better, I have seen worse. It's nice to have a bit of greenery around. Keeps things a little bit hidden. Especially with places like industry around as well. That's refreshing. I haven't seen a station car park. What do I see the station being used for? It's regular, either hourly or half-hourly services to Darlington and up again to Bishop Auckland. So it could well be potentially of use for commuters. So don't want to drive into Darlington or whatever. To be fair, it's wouldn't be that expensive. They're about £6-7 I think to get a return from Bishop's Auckland to Darlington. Apologies to any Northerners if I'm offending you by the way I'm saying it. That's how I would say it has to be pronounced. Yep, that is literally everything there is to show you. So I'm going to go back over onto platform 1 and we'll go for the history. Yep, a bit of useful information there as well. Yep, I'll come back to you shortly when I'm back on platform number 1. I'm back on platform 1 here at Heighington, and it's going to be history lesson time. And there's quite a bit of history for this station. As I say, it is the least used station in County Durham, and according to Historic England, it is possibly the world's first ever railway station. What a claim to fame to have, and in some ways that should be enough to make it a lot busier than it is. Surely people would want to come and see what would have potentially have been the first ever railway station in the world. I didn't actually know that until I was doing my research for it. That was a good enough reason for you to come and visit. Right, so I think it is on the Tees Valley line between Bishop Auckland and Saltburn, and it goes via Darlington. It is owned by Network Rail, but managed and served by Northern Trains. Nothing wrong with that. Northern, especially this side of the country, Northern are being very lovely. I can't recommend them highly enough for this side of the country. various people. So, as I've shown you, it's got an unusual layout, as the two platforms are staggered, one each side of the level crossing. It has got a listed manual signal box, which does actually supervise the crossing, the connection into the Hitachi plant, plus the single line section down to Darlington. So that does confirm my suspicion that it is single line. There were semaphore signals here, but they were replaced by colour lights when the connection to Hitachi was installed and commissioned in November 2014. No idea where that is. Ooh, it's getting so warm now. Right. And it's slightly windy, so. The station lies on the route of the Stockton and Darlington Railway, the first public railway to use locomotives, and was the first to carry passengers and mixed goods, so it was widely accepted as the first modern railway, providing a model which has spread around the world. Originally it used horse-drawn coaches until 1833, when it became a fully steam traction railway, and now it's served by Sprinter 156s. Also, the location where in 1825 the George Stephenson designed Locomotion No. 1 was placed on the track before its maiden journey. Interesting fact, they couldn't actually get it started, so they had to find someone who could, like the boiler, whatever it was, to actually get it to move. They did it, but it was in a traditional manner either. The station was built in 1826 and opened in 1827 to meet the demand from passengers and railway users for facilities, and I'll come back when I've flipped over to the second page. Right, couldn't actually read my own handwriting for once. So yeah, Heighington in effect became the first railside station to be built by a railway company. It was originally named Aycliffe Lane, then Aycliffe and Heighington, but on the 1st of July 1871 it became Aycliffe, before changing to its present name on the 1st of September 1874. The signal box is a Grade 2 listed building which opened in 1872. It was originally commissioned by the North Eastern Railway Central Division. It is one of the earliest signal boxes still in existence, with approximately 4 is predated. And it was designed by the NER North Eastern Railway, I think, architect Thomas Prosser. Bug off. The opposite side of the line are the Grade 2 listed original station buildings dating from around 1826 or 1827. The original design called for a public house which would act as a waiting room. That's what's all shut off, but we'll go do a look at that again because there's a little bit of history there. Buildings are no longer part of the modern station, and the pub unfortunately closed in 2017. The cobbled area outside of the pub believed to be part of the 1825 station platform. I'll wander finish off the history, then we'll wander over there, have a look. But more importantly, passenger numbers for here at Heighington Station. In the 2022-2023 Office and Rail and Road recording period, Heighington had 35,028 passengers, while in the 23-24 period that figure decreased slightly to 34,084, a reduction of 944. So yep, that is the history and everything of Heighington. let's go have a look at where we believe this old platform used to be. One thing I did forget to mention, it is wheelchair friendly both sides. You've got the ramp here, which is walking down for platform 1. And as you can see over at the entrance to platform 2, you've got a ramp there as well. And the building directly in front, of us is what used to be the original station building, which then would have been the waiting room. As you can see, it would have been called the Locomotion No. 1. So then somewhere around here should be a cobbled area, which is where they believe the platform to have been. Yeah, not getting in there anytime soon. But yeah, that was what would have been the station building. That was like a car park. I can't see a cobbled area. Yeah, they also have safe Heighington station. Oh dear. I haven't seen anything about Heighington wanting to be closed or anything, but maybe. But why do you want to close stations when you can get them reopened? I reckon it's probably maybe this bit. Hang on. I reckon it's probably meant to be there. No, it's maybe the station platform. Again, with there, makes sense probably. Well, let's just cross back over. But anyway, I've shown you everything I need to show you here at Heighington. So I'm going to wrap this video up here. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, that'll do nicely. So yep, thank you very much for watching today, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the little history lesson, the tour of Heighington Station up in County Durham. And if you did, then please remember to like, subscribe, share, comment, all those good stuff, and hit the bell for notifications when new videos are uploaded. And until next time, I'll talk to everybody very soon. Choo choo for now.